I spent thousands of dollars to lose something, and I have never been happier. My name is Caden, and let's talk top surgery. Now, I can't speak on behalf of everybody out there who has had top surgery, so this video will be based off of my personal experience with my own top surgery. I had top surgery back in 2022, and it honestly changed my life. This procedure helped me climb out of my shell. I became so much more confident. Before we get all into the nitty gritty of it all, I just want to say that if you are watching this video right now and you yourself are interested in top surgery, I was you at one point. I was watching the videos, I was doing all of the research, I was thinking that it was going to be out of reach until one day it was not. Before I had top surgery, I felt very dysphoric with myself all the time. Whenever I looked into a mirror, I just felt this disconnect with myself. I wasn't happy with the reflection staring back at me. I was very hesitant on what type of shirts I would wear. If it hugged my hips a certain way, I would not wear it. I wore chest binders around the clock. I don't recommend doing that. It's really bad for you. But I did it, and that actually is what led me to having top surgery when I did have it. Now, in the very beginning, when I first came out as being transgender, I did not want surgery. I didn't want it. I felt like it was out of reach. I felt like it was never going to happen anyway. So I tried my best to be happy with the body that I was in. Once I started testosterone, that's kind of when I had my mental flip about everything, and I decided that I did, in fact, want top surgery. One of my doctors at the time that was prescribing me my testosterone had told me that a lot of the pain I was experiencing in my rib cage area was due to my excessive binding throughout the years, and she is who recommended that I get top surgery sooner rather than later. I spent months and months and months researching different surgeons, in-state, out-of-state, whether insurance was accepted, whether I even wanted to use insurance. I decided to pay out of pocket. After months and months of excessive research, I finally landed on Dr. Daniel Medali up in Cleveland, Ohio. Whenever I did my top surgery research, I was at a loss. I did not know who would even do this procedure until I found this website right here. It helped so much. I had sent them an email about being interested in a consult. I also just want to say that at this point in time, I had no money. I was in no financial spot to be having top surgery. The lady emailed me back the next day, and my heart was just pumping. I paid for my consult, and I had that scheduled. But where I am 5.5 hours away from their office, I was able to do my consult through email. So what I did was email some pictures of my chest. It took about 2 weeks for Dr. Medali's office to get back to me with a price. Once I got that price, the ball really started rolling. In the meantime, between then and my surgery date, I had to get some things for my post-operative care. How did I pay for a surgery when I had no money saved up? I actually made a GoFundMe account, and I was blessed with many, many donations. I also even set up a booth at our local Pride event where people also gave me donations. Now, being off 6 weeks, $2,000, that wasn't going to cut it. That didn't even cover my surgery, which was $7,500. I actually ended up applying for care credit and used that to finance my surgery. The money that I raised through donations, I used for my 6 weeks off of work. On March 8th, I traveled up there to Ohio, and I checked into my hotel. I was very nervous. That next morning, on March 9th, I traveled up to the Bernard Surgery Center where Dr. Daniel Medali was going to perform my top surgery. Everything moved very quickly. I was moved to a bed. He came in, drew some lines on my chest. They gave me my sleepy medicine, and that's all she wrote. Upon waking up, I didn't really feel that much pain. The only pain that I really actually felt was when I tried to lift my arms, which is a no-go. After surgery, if you have drains, which I did, They want you to strip your drains and keep a log of the output from each drain individually. I am a couple hours post-op in this. That's it. A couple hours post-op. That evening after surgery back at the hotel, I slept a ton. I slept a lot. After about 2 days, I did not touch any of the pain medication that was prescribed to me. I was actually able to come home the week after surgery because I lived within a certain distance to the facility. Their only rule really was that I had to stay within the area of the clinic for 24 hours post-op. 5 days later, I traveled back up there to Ohio to Dr. Daniel Medalli's actual office, and that is where I saw my chest for the very first time, as well as got my drains removed. The feeling was so surreal. It was just like I knew that I needed this all along. The disconnect that I previously talked about was gone. I felt fully connected with my body. It was such a great feeling. Post-op, I had to sleep on my back, propped up, so I was basically in an upright position. It was not fun. I absolutely fell in love with my results. I knew that there was going to be an obvious change to my body, but I didn't realize how much that change would actually affect me. And in the beginning, my scars were pretty noticeable. They were fresh, they were still in that healing phase. But over the years, they have definitely faded, and in certain lighting, you can't even see them. Having top surgery was by far the best decision I could have ever made for myself. Now, this video wasn't just about top surgery. It was about finally feeling like home in my own body. If you're watching this right now and you are considering top surgery, just remember to take your time. There is no timeline for this. There is no right time. And if no one's told you this yet, you deserve to feel and to be comfortable in your own skin. If you have anything that you want me to dive deeper in that I've mentioned in this video, drop it in the comments and we'll talk about it. Make sure to like, subscribe, and stick around. I'll see y'all in the next one.